people really need to know what's going on. School just started, so things have changed a little bit. How is this going to impact our housing market?
Well, it's definitely been interesting. I know traditionally it's a little bit easier to get offers accepted kind of when you're outside of the summer and people are settled into school. So it'll be interesting to see if it follows suit this year. There's still so much pent up demand. I could still see it being crazy. I mean, since we last talked, uh, basically 23-year highs for rates. Not ideal, but then we have had a rally the last couple weeks. So now they're at about their lowest in 2 to 3 weeks. So just crazy roller coaster. It's like maybe like the Velocicoaster at Universal Studios, I guess would be the best description for it.
I'm with you on that. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So I'm not much of a roller coaster girl, so this isn't really fun for me. It has felt
Me
really
neither.
it's felt really consistent though. The thing that's felt really consistent for me in all of this is I feel like it has been consistently pent up demand for years.
100%. Yep.
It's just, I mean, that's just kind of the way it is now. Like there's just going to be a lot of demand for a home, and you're going to feel like you're at an auction because there's just so many multiple bids. Are your clients experiencing a lot of multiple bids
Oh,
still?
for sure. Still, yeah, and it's been like that all summer. And I do business all over the state as well. Some places it's a little bit easier, but even there, it's still multiple offer situations. So definitely, pretty much anywhere you go at this point.
No, Dan, there's something I've noticed, a particular strategy that's been working for me. And I don't know if any of your other if any of the other realtors who work with you have mentioned this to you, but tell me what you think, okay? So what I'm noticing, and I did a deep dive into the MLS, and I'm all about the data and the statistics. I know everybody else is like, oh, it's a pretty house. I sell houses because they're pretty. And I'm the one over here who's like, no, 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 give me my computer. I want to, analyze this price and see what's going on in this neighborhood and all of that. So I did a deep dive. And what I noticed is half of the houses are selling still at and a little bit above list price. And it's not like $125,000 above list price like it was a few years ago, but maybe like $7,000 above list price. Some of them are still going 25, 35. The really good ones are still going about 50,000. And when I say really good, I'm talking about that awesome house in Burns Park that you wouldn't have expected, that's priced a little low, so everybody jumped on it.
Right.
10% lower than the list price, or the actual value in today's market. You go 10% below, then all of a sudden you get like all these multiple bids. That's what I'm noticing. And then the other half of the houses are selling at and below list price. And they're taking a little bit longer on the market. They're taking like 21 days, maybe 60 days. And when I say below list price, I'm still talking about a range of maybe like $7,000 below list price or $13,000, little bits. And this is what I'm wondering if other agents are seeing also. Are they seeing that the homes that are perfectly put together in the really good locations, not by highways and things like that, those are going great? Or just if it's not one of those types of things, I'm noticing that some of these homes just aren't going, some of them are going fast, but some of them aren't going super fast if they're not absolutely perfect.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like early in the summer, literally anything listed gone. But right now, it does seem like buyers are being a little more picky. So I have seen certain homes, like even, yeah, really all around the area that if there are, some issues, like, and even like you said, cosmetic type things, they aren't going as fast. Or it's almost like, the people who are expecting to get above list that list it too high to start, those are sitting. Whereas someone who's pricing it, maybe right where you would expect it to be and letting it get bid up and getting more appraisal gap guarantees in their offers, like those are the ones that are more successful.
Okay, so yeah. Well, you heard it here, because I'll tell you right now, I saw a house about 3 weeks ago, perfect house, everything is great with it, but in the primary bedroom, there's like a stain right on the floor. It's a big stain. And then like downstairs, you can see where they started to paint and then they just left the paint cans and they didn't finish the paint. But you can see where it can just be painted. It's easy, right? And the paint
Yeah.
cans are sitting there, but for some reason, this family had to get out of town and they just left it there and they didn't finish painting. And this house has been on the market, I think, almost 70 days. now. I think I looked yesterday, it was like 63 days. And nobody's bidding on it. It's a great house. And it's just a little wonky. You don't walk in, it isn't like picture perfect, beautiful, and it's not happening. Okay.
Yeah, I think rates have a lot to do with that too, right? It's like, so someone's like, hey, if I'm going to stretch out my budget, I want to make sure it's something that I absolutely love. Especially now that school's kind of in, like people, there's not as much relocating going on as there was earlier this summer. So it's not like, oh my gosh, we have to get something right now. Some people are like, hey, we'll just wait until something comes up that we do like that checks all the boxes.
All right, good times. We'll talk some more next week. I'll see you later, Dan. Take
Sounds
care.
good. Look forward to it. See you later.